When most people hear the word grief, they immediately think death. But there are so many other kinds of loss that can trigger grief. I'm Michelle Walter. I'm a widow. I'm the founder of Elevate and Empower, and I am the media's go-to expert for midlife wellness and grief support. I know firsthand the deep, life-altering pain of losing a spouse. My husband passed away during the COVID-19 pandemic, and the months that followed his passing, I found myself drowning in an ocean of grief, alone, lost, and unsure of how to take even one step forward. My mission is clear. I want to guide women, midlife women and widows like you, out of the suffocating weight of all forms of grief into a place of peace, purpose, and joy. I've shared this message on CHCH Morning Live, Breakfast Television, CP24 Breakfast, and CBC News, speaking to thousands about the reality of grief and the possibility of hope. Grief isn't just emotional. It can impact your identity, your relationships, and even your future. Society tells us to move on or to be strong. That pressure only deepens the pain that many of us are feeling. Alone in a world that seems to have moved on without them, conflicted, wanting to heal, but feeling guilty for moving forward, overwhelmed by responsibilities that you never planned to handle alone. If any of this sounds familiar to you, you are not broken. And I'm going to repeat that. If any of this sounds familiar to you, you are not broken. You're grieving. And grief, it needs understanding, not rushing. I don't believe in quick fixes or getting over it. My approach through the Elevation Hub's Grief Reset program is a compassionate, practical, and deeply personal program. It's built for the midlife women who want to honor their loss while rebuilding a meaningful life to look forward to. I've helped countless women understand their grief rather than fear it, manage the emotional waves with grace and with strength, shift their mindset from surviving to thriving. And I've helped them to set boundaries that will protect their emotional well-being and, more importantly, protect their peace. Today, I'm going to be sharing 4 essential steps from the Elevation Hub's Grief Reset program that will help you begin to reclaim your life and your future right now. First step is to understand your grief. Understanding your grief and not fearing it is the first step to your success, your healing success. So I want you to learn about the layers of grief. I call them layers, others call them stages. Learn about the layers of grief and why they're not linear. They're not in a straight line. It's ups and downs and waves. So that's the first thing. Recognize how each layer can show up in your daily life and replace the fear you feel and the judgment that you feel with acceptance and self-compassion. Step 2, managing the emotional waves, because they are going to come, even years after loss. So identifying your grief triggers and emotional patterns would be the first step. Then you want to practice mindfulness, grounding, and self-soothing techniques that work in real time. Move through emotional surges without feeling consumed by them. And step number 3, shift your mindset from grief to growth. And by this, I mean reframing your grief as a part of your evolving story, not just the end of it. Use gratitude, use affirmations, and self-compassion to create this space for joy. See your healing not as a betrayal, but as a way to honor your love. Set healthy boundaries. That's the next step. I'm going to teach you how to communicate your needs without guilt, protect your peace, space, and emotional energy. Create an environment where your healing can flourish. So if you are ready to stop feeling like you're drowning in your loss and start moving towards your peace and your purpose, then I invite you to take the next step. Click the link in the captions and you can apply for a free discovery call with me to see if the Elevation Hub's Grief Reset program would be a right fit for you. The spaces are limited because the program is intentionally intimate, that I keep the spaces very limited so the ladies in the group do not feel overwhelmed. Without the right tools, grief can silently shape your life for years. It can keep you from joy, from relationships, and even from the dreams that you have. So you can either stay where you are, carrying the same heavy weight, or you can choose to step into guided healing and begin your transformation. Imagine waking up feeling grounded and calm. Imagine smiling at a memory without tears being the only response. Imagine rediscovering passions, setting goals, and building a life that excites you again. You can honor the past while creating a future that you can look forward to. This journey I have walked. This journey I now walk with other women every day. And today, this could be the turning point for you.